write about. Trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist, am I worth anything or just discount? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That was great sounds of Watson with Outside on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. 1, 2, 3 nerds venting. Myself, Preston, Long Island Rays, Elm City Made, Mr. Easy BlueZ, and the one and only OG Blurred himself, superhero to those who matter, supervillain to many, the one, the only, the Professor. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite segment of all time, overrated, underrated, waste of time. Our topic, superhero vehicles. I'm going to start off first because I think you guys got better picks than me. The most waste of time for me, maybe unpopular. I'm going to go to Invisible Jet.
Okay.
I never understood it. I never grasped it being a cool invention. But the Invisible Jet for Wonder Woman, I love the Wonder Woman character. I love everything what she's about. I will love what she stands for. But the Invisible Jet, to me, was pointless, especially when she can fly.
Right.
Let's talk about that for 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
That was a retcon because the original Wonder Woman, when she came out back in the day, she couldn't fly.
She couldn't fly.
That was the purpose of the Invisible Jet, to get her from place to place in a stealthily way. So the introduction of because you remember seeing the old Wonder Woman TV show, right?
Yeah, Linda
they
Carter.
would show her flying in it and stuff, but you could see her. That really wasn't what it was. Like they did it for so let the viewer see her while we're watching the show.
Right.
But in the comic book, she was totally invisible, and it was like you couldn't hear her at all. So they just added her because the flying superhero, was and they kind of wanted to to put her equal to, because she power wise she was kind of almost on par with Superman, and he could fly, so why can't she fly? So a new writer added that to it, but it was purpose back in the day for her having a jet.
No, it makes sense. It totally makes sense her having the jet, and it also makes sense of them wanting her to fly because we need to see that there are so many more superior superheroes than stupid men.
Right, exactly. And that's what it was about.
My overrated pick. I might hurt some feelings. And this is one of my favorite superhero vehicles of all time. It's the Batmobile.
Use that as your underrated?
Overrated.
Overrated. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Overrated is the Batmobile. Okay. And the reason I say the Batmobile is I have nothing against it. Trust. I love the Batmobile. But there's been so many variations of the Batmobile. I love the Dark Knight. I loved everything about Christopher Nolan's series. I wasn't really a big fan of the tank Batmobile.
Oh, the big Tumbler one?
The Tumbler one.
I
wasn't a big fan of it. I love seeing the scene with Joker in the Tumbler. Like, that was cool. But as a fan of the vehicle itself, it didn't click to me.
Right.
It wasn't a Batmobile to me.
Right.
My favorite Batmobile is one of my favorite Batman films, 1989 Batman with Keaton. That, in my opinion, is a Batmobile to me. It was cartoony. It was,
66 Batman all the way. 66 Batman.
That's a great Batmobile,
Yeah.
And so many people, I even see people recreate the Batmobile in cars and everything for it to be overrated. So I'm saying it's overrated not because that I hate it. I'm saying it's overrated because of the popularity of it. Because the popularity is so huge within this vehicle, it's crazy. Even McDonald's had its own style Batmobile back with the toys back in the day.
They did.
Which I really loved, and it was really cool to see. One of my favorite Batmobiles is from the 1990s animated series with Bruce Timm and Kevin Conroy. Like, that Batmobile was awesome. Just seeing that, because you actually saw him utilize those weapons and stuff, which was really cool. My underrated pick. And I can't wait to see this in 2026. It's gonna definitely turn some heads if done right. It is Punisher's War Truck. That's my underrated pick. Punisher's War Truck. We're gonna see that in the Spider-Man movie, and we're gonna see
Mhm.
that with the special presentation name coming up. And it's called the War Wagon, if I believe.
The
If,
War
if
Rat Wagon,
the
or the
War
Shaggin'
Rag,
Wagon, as some people like to call it.
maybe. But definitely the War Wagon, and I like to see the different type of guns he has, his weapons. I don't know. If, I don't believe microchip's going to be in that War Wagon, but that, in my opinion, is the most underrated superhero vehicle. So if anyone who
Okay.
wants to go next, go right ahead for your picks. I'm looking forward to hear them.
Why don't I go, because
Go ahead,
mine
Easy.
aren't that fantastic.
Okay,
Um,
I thought yours would be better.
no, because here's the thing. For me, it all breaks down to the Bat family.
Right.
I grew up with '66 Batman. There is not a bat. If you could put Bat in front of a vehicle, it is part of the vehicle. They had the Bat helicopter and the Bat boat and the Bat. All these type of things. As far as I was concerned, all of them were massively overrated. Just because you're a rich man and you afford all these luxuries doesn't mean, although it's very important that you have your bat shark repellent on your belt. That is super important. Make sure that you carry that with you at all times.
Right.
So yeah, that was kind of all stimulus formulates around the Bat family. I do feel the Batmobile is massively overrated, just because it has been done so many times in so many different styles, and has been dropped. Like the Dark Knight one was based off of the Dark Knight big tank
Hmm.
that was part of what's his face? Why can't I remember his name? Also did Daredevil. He did 300. He did. Why can't I remember his name? The writer.
No, no, no pressure. No pressure.
Nah.
You
He
talking about
also
Is
did
Frank
it
Sin
Miller?
City. Yeah,
Frank
Frank
Miller?
Miller.
Frank Miller?
All right.
Okay.
Frank Miller's Bat Tank was incredible, and that's what it was based off of. So I understood why they were going in that type of direction. They're going a little bit grittier. Um, did I like it? Not really. Did I need to like it? Not really. It wasn't.
I enjoyed seeing it though.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
But
thing.
this was all meh. It was very meh. Um, as part underrated, um, you know, every time I start to think about this kind of stuff, and all the kind of weapons and all of the superhero fantasia stuff that we could come up with, it all kind of works out amazingly well. But I do agree with you about the War Wagon. Just because I've seen it in the comics where it is just such a beast.
Yeah.
And you could say the same thing for when uh, Ghost Rider switched over to the car. It became such a beast. So so I agree. So that's where I sit.
What was your waste of time again? I'm very sorry.
My waste of time was just the entire Bat family of like having the put Bat in front of whatever vehicle
Oh,
possible,
I
and
got you. I got you. I
it's
got you. I got you.
the Bat cycle and the Bat boat and the Bat boomerang and the Bat.
The
Oh,
Bat
look,
Wing.
we've got
Yeah.
we've got the Bat wing and we've got the Bat submarine. Yeah,
I just got a lot of
Understandable.
money, so I'm gonna make
yeah.
Bat everything.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Pretty
bet
much.
it's gonna be a Bat-tastic day.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Professor.
So my I'll start with my waste of time.
All right.
And
Mm.
it's something that probably people don't even know it even exists. And the only reason why I want to bring it up is because I don't think a lot of people know it exists. The Supermobile.
Oh my god!
Really?
So yeah, so back in the day, Kryptonite was going crazy.
Mm.
Lex Luthor was just like it was going crazy. So he actually had a vehicle that he would ride in, and it was the dumbest thing. It was like this pod that kind of had these wings that kind of simulated like it looks like it was a cape, but it was wings. And then it had these two fists like these two like arms that come out, and they were fists, and you could fire the fists off and stuff. Like, it was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen in my life. There was actually Mego toys and everything that and because it came from the comic book, and then they had that. It was super stupid. I really didn't think that was even necessary. And like, just make a suit for yourself that protects you from the kryptonite. Like, why? Your buddy's one of the richest people on the planet. Like, come on, like, y'all couldn't figure that out. Instead, you're gonna just stupid. It was just stupid. So that was kind of like a waste of time vehicle. My original overrated was the Batmobile, but we covered it. So my new waste of time is the Fantastic Car.
Oh,
all right. So
I mean, your overrated is a fantastic car.
yeah,
Okay.
it's the Fantastic Car. Yeah, it was cute to see, a version of it in the movie. It was cute, but to this day, they still ride in that thing. Even the Future Foundation, they have a version of it that is, come on, like, it's stupid. It's stupid.
Right.
Like, two members of your team fly, right? And one of those members can carry everybody else.
Right.
Like,
and jump really far.
Right. Like, it's an invisible, you know what I mean? Like, it's an invisible jet or something. She could do all types of stuff. You don't even need a vehicle. You got her and you got Johnny. All right. He even rides in the Fantastic Car when in her bubble when she's so yeah, it's kind of a overrated thing. It's cute to see, and it was like fan service, yeah, but all right, we get it.
Word.
My underrated. I'm taking this one back. This
All right.
Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder. So Thor has this magic chariot, right? That and this ties in with like the actual Norse myth, but they introduced it in Marvel Comics too. And what was really chill about Tooth Grinder and Tooth Gnasher, not only were they super smart and could talk right to him, but whenever he would land and he would want to like camp or something on his way to somewhere, he could eat them, and they would reconstitute.
Yep.
And be ready to go the next day. Like, that's the type of magic, Norse mythology magic, that we're talking about. And you see him riding in that joint. Like, they did it in one of the movies too. But you see him riding in that joint. The name, it's so interesting. Okupor. What that translates to in Norse is where the term rolling thunder comes from. That's what when you talk about Tooth Grinder and Tooth Gnasher going through the heavens, that's what rolling thunder is. That's them. That's where that term comes from. They are my underrated because one, they're not known, but two, they're super powerful, and you can eat the goat meat. I mean, it's impressive to me.
Yeah.
So that's those are my picks. Weird, but
it's fine. And properly seasoned goat meat is really, really important.
Really, really. Yes. There you go.
No, nothing to be ashamed of. It's okay to be weird on this program. You were lost, but now you are found. That was easy to pick for us. Was found series on Peacock.
Transition.
And I thought it was a good series. In my opinion, it's not a rewatch for me. I'm not going to rush to see it again. I liked what I saw. I thought the acting was really good. I wasn't disappointed by it. I wasn't disappointed by it one bit. I didn't feel like I was wasting my time, but I wasn't drawn in.
Okay.
I'm not trying to say anything bad because I didn't see anything bad, but because one, it was the first two episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel it was a slow building when it came to their story, and I feel it was meant to be that way, which is smart.
Yeah.
Which is smart for a first season. I think the storytelling was good, but just out of the first two episodes, it didn't really hook me.
Right.
That's my honest opinion when I saw these first two episodes of your thing. I didn't hate it. I didn't dislike it. That's to me was honest. So I don't want to say anything bad about it because I didn't see anything.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm along the same lines.
Yeah.
What I really like is the lead actress Enola
Oh, yeah, she
Hampton.
was good. She was really
Yeah,
She
good.
she's
was really
phenomenal.
good, right?
Yeah, Gabby. Yeah.
Yeah. My frustration with her
Mm-hmm.
is did they need Slater from Saved by the Bell? Is he put in that role because they needed some star power? Because he wasn't driving the train; it was her. But
Yeah,
did they
see,
not?
I don't think it was star power. I think it was
no,
just something to give to him. Like
yeah,
I
I
really think
think
so. I don't.
honestly,
Yeah.
as you see his character develop more throughout the
Yeah.
series,
Okay,
he
because
plays an incredible psychopath.
Yeah.
okay,
Incredible psychopath. Like
okay,
what to the point where I was like, wow, that's Zach Morris right there, bro. Like you know
okay.
what I mean? You
Oh,
stop
Zach
looking at him
Morris.
as
Thank you, Zach
yeah,
Morris. Thank you.
Yeah.
you stop looking at him as Zach Morris, you start looking at him as like, yo, you a creepy son gun. Like
Okay,
you a
all right.
creepy son gun.
Okay. Well, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
Because
no,
No,
I
he's
was
he's underrated when it comes to acting. He was great in
yeah.
NYPD Blue. Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah,
phenomenal.
he was
NYPD.
great in that
He
other
re-
show he was in
Mm-hmm.
too, and he was a lawyer. You remember
Yeah.
that
He
show?
Yeah.
he's a
Oh yeah,
He
really
he
was
good
yeah,
really
he
good.
actor. Yeah.
he
Zach
was
So
Morris
really
is
good
awesome. Yeah.
as Rainbow's dad in Mixedish.
Okay, I gotta check it out. All right.
okay. So I
Cool.
just I there were moments with her though, with
Mhm.
Gabby
Mm-hmm.
that I think that with a little more experience and maybe I need to watch further into because I
Yeah,
was
I felt the
watching it.
same way. I
Yeah, I
felt the
watched it
same
on
way.
my own, like, and I got
Mm-hmm.
stuck at after the second episode. It's like I felt like I needed to take a break. But
Mhm.
my issue with it, the whole series, which is I think valid, is it hit a little close to home. And what I
Mhm.
mean by that is I really wish that that was happening in real life. That right? And if that was happening on like in real life, that
Mhm.
there was that much, you know, power and emotion and all of that to that cause.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that it would mean so much to
Mhm.
to the world if that much emphasis was put on that type of thing. Then I think that because what it did for me, ironically, was it made me not like our our
Yeah.
system more.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because I'm like, dang, they're doing it in shows. Like, why aren't you doing it? Like, why
Mhm.
aren't we doing that? Why isn't that a thing? You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
agree.
Like, Patrice O'Neal's a heck of a comedian. God rest him.
Phenomenal.
He had like this bit where he was talking about like this little white girl that had gone missing and everybody the world stopped and they she was all
Mhm.
over the news and this and that, but little Shaquisha that nobody cares. And he was
Right.
like, he pointed out to this black lady in the audience. He was like, if you went missing, nobody's gonna go. And those two black football players that
Yep.
went missing, nobody cared about that. Nobody. They stopped immediately. So
Mhm.
it's like, dag, we do live in a place like that where
Yeah.
that isn't like something that is in the forefront. Like
Mhm.
that's awful. So it's one of those shows where it's like I don't know if I'm gonna love it because of the storytelling or it's just gonna make me angry about
The,
our real life. You know what I
the,
mean?
the answer is yes. The
Yes,
answer is yes.
yes,
The answer is yes. It's going to make you angry. It's going to aggravate you. But it shows how restrictive our system really is.
yes.
The cop needs to make sure they go in there and ask for the warrant and blah blah blah. When a normal citizen will just kick down the door, call it a day. It definitely has that vigilante type of aspect of it. Like I said, I really clung on to it because of the Zach Morris character.
Yeah.
Really plays a phenomenal psychopath and is a phenomenal actor. I hope to see him do 1.5 million other things, and can't wait for him to get some sort of award. I want to see Zach Morris win an Academy Award.
And he better do it before he gets too old, cause let
Yeah.
me tell you,
I,
let
I
me
think I
Mhm.
think
the
he can do
years
it
are
till he's
coming
old.
upon him, and
Yeah.
he's done some quality work.
He's
You
done
know
some
what I mean?
quality work.
So like if for those people that didn't see him in Saved by the Bell, right? It's fine because he's a legit actor. He's
Hmm.
really a legit actor.
Yeah.
So I don't know. that show he had when he was a lawyer and his partner, and that was a great show.
Yeah, it started. I think it started with a C or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
and I really wish that more people paid attention
Hmm.
to him. But this young lady though, Shanola Hampton, she's gonna be a force, I think.
Yeah,
Hmm.
she's good.
Yeah, yeah. I've never heard of her until this, and
Well,
she's gonna be a force.
she was in oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of the show about the family. They moved it to Chicago. Um, what's his face plays it? Macy, H. Macy.
Okay.
Uh, um, and so he plays the father, the drunken father.
Oh, I know that show. That's a good show. Well, I saw like clips of it. I never actually watched the show, and I've been
Right.
meaning to get to it because it looked like it was a really good show. I didn't know
Well,
she was in that.
I watched the British version.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, no, she's in it. She actually plays a sex worker.
okay. So she's legit. Like you've seen
Yeah,
her before. Okay.
yeah,
Like I said, that was my first time seeing her, and to be honest, I was impressed.
yeah.
I was impressed because this is like one of those more serious shows, obviously. But yeah, I was really impressed.
I'm impressed by everyone here on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. Professor,
Yes.
what is your pick for us?
Okay. So there's a movie,
Okay.
and I love this movie so much, and I don't know if you saw it. If you saw it, then we talk about it. But there's a movie called The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh yeah, that's with
Gina Davis, Samuel L.
and Samuel L.
Jackson.
Jackson, right?
Yes. Now there's something really because it's a little campy, a little bit.
Hmm.
Samuel Jackson is funny as heck in it and brilliant. The one-liners throughout the movie is just amazing. But there's just something really, and it's a holiday movie coming up. You know what I mean? But it's a really good movie if you think about it. And part of it is it was supposed to serve a purpose.
Hmm.
The purpose was cementing Gina Davis as an action hero,
Right.
and they made a mistake the movie after, and that ruined it.
That was the pirate
Cutthroat,
movie,
yeah, the
right?
pirate movie, Cutthroat
Yeah.
Island or whatever, and it thrust her into that nonsense because
Hmm.
she was married to the director, which
Right.
they should have never did that.
No.
But she had a real shot at being an action hero. For those that don't know, she is an Olympic level and was in the Olympics in archery. She is an archer, like
Hmm.
a real good one. Like again, to be able to be in the Olympics. But again, this gave her a great opportunity, and I think that with better scripts and better motion, like as far as like choices of movies and stuff, she would have been a real dope action hero.
Mm.
Like I said, Cutthroat Island was just a terrible choice. Terrible choice, terrible premise, the whole thing. But that's my pick.
Hmm. All right.
Let's keep on talking about reviews. It's an old school one. Old school, but a goodie. Idiocracy. Way back in the 90s. And it's one of my favorite films because it relates to a lot of stuff we have
Hmm.
today. It predicted Crocs.
It did. It predicted Crocs. It also made Starbucks a lot better of a place to go to than today.
And Terry Crews, man.
Yeah, Terry Crews is phenomenal in it, and
That's all I gotta say. Terry Crews,
it's
bro.
and electrolytes are great for plants.
Hmm.
It was the movie that became a documentary, and that's a problem.
I think, and
Uh-huh.
I'll be real brief about it.
Go ahead.
Stupid premise,
Hmm.
stupid premise, but and kind of cliche, but just like all the movies that are like that have
Hmm.
this like kind of future thing of what's possible and whatever. Um, like I was looking at the scene. I was thinking about the scene where that poor woman was going to the vending machine to try to get food for her kids and this, that, and the other
Hmm.
thing. And here comes Owens, going to, he follows behind her and everything, and then the police roll up and are you the woman that is not feeding her kids and this and that, but the automation itself was like so judgmental, and the machine, and we've seen this, the machine made the mistake, and I can see that happening in the future. And like I can see that happening now where machines are making those types of mistakes and stuff like that. That's why we can't like let the machines take over. We can't let AI take over. But that it's like kind of whenever you see stuff like that, yeah, you laugh at it in the moment, but this is like kind of, really predicting the future.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's terrifying.
It is terrifying, right? That's always been my take about the movie. Like, yeah, you giggle about stuff in the movie, but when you're really looking at the movie and watching stuff, it's like, holy moly, that can actually happen.
Yep.
Holy moly, it's actually happening. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Holy moly, the people in power just said that wind will give you cancer. What? For real? For real? It just it like I said, it was the movie that turned into a documentary, and that's absolutely terrifying.
An average person saves the world.
An average person is going to save the world. That's really how things go, because it's the world that is built on the average person's back. It's the average person that if we all stood up at one time, we'd knock over the chessboard, and the powers that be wouldn't be able to control us. But that's just me. Maybe. Maybe I know that if I speak any more forwardly, that we're gonna get a glitch in the matrix.
Which fictional character or characters you believe will be a great president of the United States of America? And also, please give an honorable mention on who would be a great VP to that character as well.
Okay.
Isaiah Bradley.
Oh.
You just went there.
Wow.
Isaiah Bradley would be a great United States president of America, the first Black Captain America. Isaiah Bradley is my pick for president of the United States of America.
I want that on a shirt. Isaiah Bradley for president.
My VP. Professor X.
Okay.
I was gonna go Magneto.
You start in trouble.
But Professor X would be my VP. And the reason I didn't pick Magneto because of the press. Professor X can cover something up. Magneto would just lose his temper and just tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are my picks.
Okay.
Easy Blues, you want to go next?
I'll go next. For me, the president would be the equalizer, especially Denzel Washington's equalizer.
Okay.
Because any man that can click that clock and take care of the entire room in 45 seconds needs to be the president of the United States. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Definitely the equalizer.
Not Secretary of Defense?
No. And thank goodness you referred to it as the proper way, as the Secretary of Defense, and not, the Secretary of War. We've like I said, idiocracy is becoming true.
All right, so we got equalizer. Who's your VP pick?
My VP pick would probably, and this is going to sound really, really strange, but I have to say Jimmy Olsen.
Really?
Yeah.
Break it down.
Yeah, I need to know.
My main reason why is he's so super reliable and so super count on, that no one would want to assassinate the equalizer. Because you don't know where middle of the road Jimmy's going to land. He can land one way or the other. So I'm protecting my asset moving forward. Plus also he's a reliable source. He's always there on time. He's going to be at every single press conference. He's going to say all the right things. He's going to be a little paranoid when it comes to things. So he's going to need a lot of pep talk. So it's the kind of politician I kind of want to see. Someone who's going to listen and actually act instead of react.
Okay. OG.
Here we go.
President Luke Cage.
Oh,
Okay.
So Luke Cage is going to do a couple of things. Luke Cage is going to institute presidents actually going to war.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to say, okay, y'all got a problem with the U.S.? Let's take care of it. We can go president to president, or I'll come talk to your army.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll go handle things. The VP.
Uh-oh.
The VP is Magneto.
The VP's Magneto.
Wow.
Okay.
The VP is Magneto.
You don't
I
care
said
about the
extra
ops.
No,
He's like, forget the ops.
Yeah.
He's like, I want stuff to get done. Forget the ops.
Yes. And he'll just say, all right, so y'all got a choice. Y'all could, go for peace, or we could definitely go to war. And Magneto got his back.
Okay.
Fully.
Okay.
Fully. People don't want to admit that Magneto has been right since the beginning.
Oh yeah.
People don't want to admit that, but you'll see it. You'll see it. I knew he was right from the beginning. I knew the purpose of Professor X and Magneto back in the day. What Stan Lee was thinking, because they were Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Yeah.
That's who they were. He was showing the different sides, and he saw the extreme. And so Luke Cage would make sure, because here's the thing that people don't realize about Luke Cage, because he ended up being mayor of New York.
Yes.
He overthrew Wilson Fisk, right?
Yes, he did.
So as mayor, he did a lot of great things. It wasn't just about the superhero community, but he's always been about the people since the beginning. His whole hero for hire thing, people were like, oh, he just wanted to make money because he had superpowers. Yeah, but no, that's not what it was about. Because the people that hired him, if they had $1 and the cause was right, he made sure he represented them to the fullest. If they had the money, they're gonna pay.
Right.
The man literally flew to Latveria, borrowed a fantastic car, flew to Latveria, and beat down Dr. Doom because he owed him $200. This is the type of person that I'm talking about. It's all about principle. It's all about justice. It's all about the right thing.
Right.
He never chose a cause that wasn't in service of people. So those are my picks.
I'm not mad.
I also got to say, an honorable
not mad.
mention vice president would be Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury.
Oh, that would be good. Because he's also good with politicals. Oh, okay, that's the only reason. I mean, Magneto got power, but yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Because he tucked some shield helicarrier somewhere, right?
Yeah, somewhere. He's like right in the sand over here.
Yeah.
I don't know where this $13 trillion hole in the budget went, but
but they
let me
somewhere.
take you over here to this new cave that we've got.
Right. They somewhere. So that's a good honorable mention.
I got a couple honorable mentions, but it's not with like president or vice president before we move on to the next topic because we got some time. My Secretary of Defense would be Magneto.
Okay.
Okay.
You know who my Secretary of Defense would be? Dr. Doom.
That was my next pick. You took that thought right out of my brain.
Dr. Doom, hands down.
The reason I say Magneto, he'll do it for the right cause. Doom will do it for himself.
Yeah.
I guess I'm really twisted because I would put my Secretary of Defense as Killmonger.
That's a good one too.
Good choice. Because I was
do it for the
thinking
right cause.
T'Challa.
Exactly.
I was originally thinking
do it for the
T'Challa
right
would be
cause.
See,
Secretary of
look,
Defense.
He'll do it for the right
Don't get me
cause.
wrong. I love T'Challa, but in that type of situation, I want somebody who's a little bit more Killmongery.
Yeah. You're right.
Get the job done. That's a great choice.
That is a good choice. I like that.
EPA is an easy one. Storm.
Absolutely, hands down.
Course. Yeah,
hands down.
You can't think of any other one.
Nobody else.
Education, Reed Richards.
Okay.
I put Bruce Banner. I
I
put
would
Bruce Banner.
do Reed Richards, or I would do Mr. Terrific.
No, not. Oh no. You know what I know who I choose? Oh, she's a perfect pick. She's a perfect Moon Girl. I would choose Moon
Okay.
Girl. She's a perfect pick.
That was a good series.
Yeah, it was.
On Disney Plus, it was a great series. I hope they did not take that off.
I hope no, it's still up there. I hope they bring her into the Marvel universe, her and Devil Dinosaur.
Right.
That would be amazing.
Honestly, that would be a great pick. I have nothing against that. And it's good because kids need that.
Yes.
Young black girls need that.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
They definitely need that. And I feel I don't want them to drop the ball. In my opinion, I love Miss Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I love her. I love the character. I feel you should have done more with her solo. That was a bankable character.
So they had
hitting
to
a market too that doesn't really get represented a lot.
Right.
Well,
they had to save the movie. They had to save Brie Larson because they plan on using her in the future.
I'm cool with that, but just using her on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could have had a season 2.
Oh,
you could even had her own. You could have had a trilogy off her. That would have been your answer to Spider-Man.
It was a phenomenal show.
That would have been your answer to Spider-Man.
But you know what? She also, in my opinion, before they threw her into the whole cosmic thing, she was also another great street level character.
She was.
So
she absolutely, especially Jersey.
Yeah, she
was
now. another street level character.
Come on now,
that definitely was worth it. So
because I couldn't think anything bad about Ms. Marvel. Like I know the people who don't like Ms. Marvel. We don't have to discuss that crowd, but that project was really good. You pick the right actress for it. That casting is up there with Downey. That casting is up there with Holland because she made that character into her own.
Yeah, she did.
She really did. She is phenomenal. I think Iman Vellani, if I'm pronouncing her name right.
Yeah.
She is a great actress, and I feel, you have a lot of stuff going good for you. Why limit that? Because I don't see her doing any other projects.
Well, she, the way it looked, the way it appeared to me as a fan of the whole thing, the way it appeared was she was a reason to explain a few things.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
That was their first weak attempt at adding mutants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they dropped the ball calling Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver miracles because they couldn't use the word mutant just yet.
Right.
So now let's try to figure out a way. So they tried to make her a mutant, and they tried to do it in the comic, but she's a mutant now in the comic, which is stupid. But anyway,
I like her when she was an Inhuman.
Yeah,
that made sense.
Yeah, they were trying to they're still trying to get away from the Inhuman thing instead of fixing the Inhuman problem.
Thank you.
You fixed the problem.
That would have been your problem to fix it. You could have rebooted some actors.
Yes.
You could have switched some stuff around.
Yes, they could have did it.
Yeah,
right.
they could have definitely did it.
And
they could have been incorporated in Doomsday if done the right way.
Yes,
you would have
the whole
had
thing with Black Bolt, right?
Inhumans, and Fantastic Four.
So the Black Bolt in the Multiverse of Madness, because he was a member of the Illuminati in the comic book too. They were like, all right, we really dropped the ball during the TV series. Let's give the fans exactly what they want. They want Blackagar Boltagon. They want the real one. We'll give him the suit. We'll give him everything.
Yeah.
Sadly, they killed him off in a stupid way, but they did showcase a little bit of his power and how, right? So Reed was kind of bragging about him until they got rid of his mouth. Stupid. But they gave the fans what they wanted to see. They wanted to see that. They wanted to see the Inhumans being represented right, and they accomplished that. So, but at this point, they had already dropped the ball with Ms. Marvel, making her a mutant instead of, the whole Inhuman connection, which I thought was brilliant in the comic books. It made sense.
Oh, yeah.
The whole Terrigen Mist thing. And all right, let's say it, and Disney, pay attention. You did a good job on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with the whole Terrigen Mist thing. It was a good look. It worked. It was working. you adding the whole Kree scroll thing in there and doing that part and then taking them out of space and taking them in the past and all that stuff, that's where you went wrong. That's where you went wrong. It wasn't what you were doing with the whole Inhuman thing and the Terrigen Mist. That was working. It worked. It
Right.
was dope. So I don't know. I don't know. But Miss Marvel yes, I think she needs a second season.
Oh yeah, she needs a second season. I feel they could have had a trilogy with her.
They could have.
She was definitely done with a trilogy with her.
Easily.
100%. 100%.
Easily. But now
same
they
thing
gotta
with
try to figure
Shang-Chi
out-
too, and like all those
Yeah.
other guys.
Now they got to explain the whole bracelet thing, and now
Mhm.
somehow Doctor Doom is involved, and
And you could have had all that time saved if you would have
Mhm.
just worked on what was right.
what they could have done again back in that E3 where they introduced Downey as Doctor Doom. Stupid. What they could have done, which I wish they could have done, was introduce Doctor Doom as the next big bad. Don't show Robert Downey Jr.'s face. Again, they did that, which slighted Mackey's Captain America movie, like tore it down because basically they're basically saying that we're just going to put this movie out. It's not important enough.
Right.
We're going to throw a Red Hulk in here instead of following the original storyline.
Right.
He's not important enough, right? So them doing that when what they should have did was they could have introduced Doctor Doom as the big bad for the new Avengers movies, right? They could have, matter of fact, they didn't even have to call him Doctor Doom. They could have called him Rabumalal like he was in the comic book, right? Before they even knew that it was Doctor Doom, right? Right? That would have been dope. Making him the threat. And
Right.
then
It could have been in so much teases. Yeah, you're
yes,
right.
and then in the movie, people would have crapped themselves in the theater. The mask would have came off and it was Robert Downey Jr.
No, yeah, it'd have been over. It'd have been over.
What? That would have been over. That would have been it. But no. You think House of Mouse, you're thinking about money. You're thinking about, we're a little nervous. We're a little nervous. DC is coming up a little bit. We're a little nervous.
I'm a little nervous. I missed the tag on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. Professor, continue.
Yeah, we're a little nervous. Let's oh my God, we don't know if this stuff we're gonna introduce is gonna work. Let's bring Robert Downey Jr. back. Let's bring Captain America back. Let's bring all these. Look, you're already winning. You're already winning. The little missteps, the oversaturation, you could fix that. That stuff is fixable. But you're forgetting about the people that are making that. Miss Marvel was legit. Shang-Chi was legit. Moon Knight was legit. Heck, She-Hulk was legit. It was all right. You can say what you want, but that She-Hulk,
it was the closest thing to a She-Hulk comic.
Thank you.
Need a better villain.
Of course, but
Need a better villain. Villain was trash.
She was perfect.
Nothing against the actress.
No, it was. I'm telling you.
Needed a better villain.
Look, Titania as a villain.
She could
that's
have
what they should have done.
That's
right,
what they should have done.
That's what they should have did
felt
that.
like Cheetah in Wonder Woman 2.
Yes,
it felt like Cheetah.
You're
in
right.
Wonder Woman
You're
2.
absolutely right.
That's what it felt like to me.
But you know what I'm saying? Like trying to fix some errors, trying to fill some plot holes. They're doing all this extra stuff that they didn't have to do when right in front of you had the goods. You had the goods. You're being nervous. You're not selling because all right. Let's be honest. Iron Man merchandise is not selling as much as Miss Marvel merchandise. We know. Push it though. Market it though.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You market it. All these actors that, let me tell you something. There is no way that we shouldn't have saw a whole bunch of kids being Moon Knight during Halloween. There was no way that shouldn't have happened. There was no way. They had all of these great characters. Shang-Chi's. They had all these great characters that they introduced that could have been moneymakers for them. All they had to do was give them a shot. A Riri Williams for the young black girls. There is no reason why.
And that's the most important. Not only giving the shot, but giving the shot properly, making sure there's a proper promotion behind it.
Yes.
Because if we talk about the short steps, if we talk about the missteps that Marvel had, it's all the stuff that does not star a cis white male.
That's correct. That is correct. That is correct.
I'm not here to create conspiracies.
No, it's the truth.
But if the truth fits, you got to wear it.
It's the truth. It's the truth. And to push that narrative, right? How much press did Loki get?
A lot.
How much press? And all right, Agatha, all along. How much press did that get? Months and months and months.
Echo, which was
And that could have been done better if they had followed the comic book. Oh, she would have been perfect. It would have been great. But again, think about. All right, let's just say it. Think about what's equitable. Marvel, Disney. Think about what's equitable, because let me tell you something. You want the dollars from everybody, but you don't want to promote everybody. Think about that. You want all those dollars to come in, but you don't want to promote the people that are basically making you rich.
We got about last 4 minutes left, Professor. I'm going to have you close it out, but just want to get the last topic out there. Are we really entering a phase of superhero fatigue? I'm going to say no.
I kind of have to say yes.
Okay.
My reasoning behind saying yes, though, is because it is an oversaturated industry. And they're now back to making superhero movies, when for a while they were just making really good movies that happened to star a superhero. So I would like to see them get a little bit further away from that. But yeah, I do think that it is oversaturated, as much everything does in pop culture. We're gonna grind it out until there's nothing left in there in the tank, and then we're gonna go for an extra 4 miles before the car dies.
Right.
I say no, and I'm going to tell you why. I think that they're now trying to get back to where you're saying easy. I think that the writing is starting to get a bit better. We can see that in that Superman movie and the Fantastic Four movie. The writing is better. They're starting to pay the authors for certain works, because you can't tell me that Fantastic Four wasn't a love letter to Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. That was their world right there. So let me tell you, if they continue on that path, as stupid as Deadpool and Wolverine was, and I loved every second of it,
yes,
it followed a script. It followed the madness of the Deadpool world, and it followed it. I loved it so much because of the writing of it. The writing of it, as like crazy as it was, the writing was spot on. It felt like we're watching a comic book happen, right? And all the different cut scenes, to all the different variants, and everything. It was done brilliantly. So that's what I'm seeing. Because yeah, there was a moment where it was like I felt like there was a bit of superhero fatigue. But you know what it's doing? It's giving other. I want to see some Image comics. I would love to see a Savage Dragon movie.
That'd be awesome.
I would love that so much. So it's giving other. So there's this anime called Black Sands. Please check it out. It's Egyptian. Like the guy. It's like an Egyptian anime. Because you have like the Korean ones, you have the Chinese ones, and you have the Japanese ones, obviously, right? But now it's this Egyptian one based on Egyptian mythology. It is phenomenal. So what Marvel and DC, what I see them doing is they're giving other studios, other places permission. We can do this. We could tell good stories, plus we can have superheroes in it. So I'm seeing them starting to try to get back to that. And a lot of it deals with, and I've been saying this for a while, them now starting to pay the authors. Let's take this source material and let's make it really, really happen.
No, definitely.
We're making it happen on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. 3 nerds venting, myself, Preston, Easy BlueZ, and it wouldn't be 3 nerds without the OG himself, the supervillain to many, the superhero to ones that matter, the Professor. We thank you so much, and we appreciate you.
Wondering what to write about, trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist, am I worth anything or just a scout? I don't know.